Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 Today.
Happy Tuesday, Western Oregon. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on NBC 16 Today. We're finally coming out the other end. This was a long stretch of hot weather. It's probably the longest of the summer, I think, so far.
Longest since I've been here, that's for sure.
Too much.
So
too much. Today's still going to be warm, but it's got to be a welcome sign to get out of this 195-degree stretch.
You know, summer is my least favorite season, so I'm just so ready for things to start cooling down. And I'll take any kind of cool down I can get. But regardless of how I feel, you can't argue that this sunrise.
Summer's beautiful.
This summer sunrises are beautiful. Yeah.
Where I don't have to feel the heat the whole time.
No.
It is a pretty contentious debate here in the studio or the newsroom about is summer the best or worst season of them all. But when it's 90-some degrees, I'm leaning towards the former, or the latter rather than that. Temperatures, though, starting to taper off. We're going to see really that cooling trend begin to take hold today. It's not until the latter half of the week that we really see temperatures cooling off back into the 80s and all this. But for now, we're starting to trend in the right direction. Still this morning, temperatures into the 60s along the I-5 corridor, Lynn-Benton County area, up into the 70s already this morning. So as I'm talking about a cooling trend, you might be rolling your eyes at me if you're in Corvallis or down into the Umpqua Valley. But as we move forward through the rest of the day, that's when it'll start to cool off. We do have some opportunities for some more activity. Remember yesterday, very active day with some lightning strikes. That could pick up again today, but hopefully bringing some moisture with it as well to aid in the firefights across the region and to help clear the air of all that smoke as well, because the wind's not going to be pushing it too far as they're going to remain relatively calm, which is good news, bad news. Bad as far as the air quality is concerned, good news as far as wildfire firefighting is concerned. The coast, not being impacted by anything I've talked about yet, but does have a big band of coastal fog, so be prepared for some visibility interruptions as we go through the day. We'll get up to the low 90s in those afternoon hours.
First this morning, lightning strikes igniting a number of fires in our area. Level 1 evacuation notices remain in effect in Lynn County due to a fire that's burning near Sweet Home. That fire being reported in Lynn County off of Highway 228. Level 1 evacuation orders are in place around the fire along Crescent Hill Road. The sheriff's office asking the public to avoid the area at this time.
And with wildfire season well underway, it's a good time to remember what exactly evacuation levels mean. Level 1 means be ready, stay up to date with nearby emergencies, have a plan, and have your go kit on standby, and act early if your loved ones can't move fast. Level 2 is be set, follow your evacuation plan, grab your go kit, and check with local news and radio stations for current updates, and of course leave at any time that you feel unsafe. Level 3 is go now. That means leave immediately. Don't wait. Don't gather any belongings or stop to protect your homes. And don't return home until officials announce that it is safe to do so.
Another new fire, the Cougar Mountain Fire near I-5 just north of Cottage Grove, ignited yesterday morning. According to the Oregon Department of Emergency Management, it began around 10:30 in the morning. The Lynn County Sheriff's Office was in the area as well, warning residents and flying drones to help firefighters. It's in a rural, heavily forested area, so the Oregon Department of Forestry is taking the lead on the fire. No word yet on its total size or its containment. We're also keeping tabs on the Emigrant fire in South Lane County.
That fire started Sunday afternoon, currently estimated at 3,500 acres as of last night. The U.S. Forest Service saying it's nearly tripled in size since yesterday morning when it was just about 1,200 acres. This fire located in a remote area about 3 miles southwest of Indigo Springs Campground, right near the line of Lane County and Douglas County. The U.S. Forest Service says firefighters worked throughout the day to build a fire line around the blaze's perimeter. Containment remains at 0. Now, this is a time lapse of the fire as it grew yesterday afternoon. You can see that plume of smoke just over the hilltop growing throughout the day.
Yesterday, residents and sisters gathered for a community meeting regarding the flat fire burning in Central Oregon. Signs and heartfelt thank yous filled the room. That blaze currently burning 22,000 acres with 5% containment. The Deschutes County Sheriff spoke about the responsibility of managing evacuations during disasters and praised the work firefighters are doing. They also let the community know that weather conditions yesterday allowed crews to make progress with the fire. This fire is believed to be human-caused. Several surrounding areas are still under level 2 and 3 evacuation orders.
The time is now 6:05. Lawmakers hearing from the public about a proposal to fix Oregon's roads and bridges. If passed, it would increase the state's gas tax by 6 cents and hike vehicle fees that you pay at the DMV. Half of the money will go to ODOT and prevent layoffs and service cuts. The other half will go towards fixing roads and bridges. 50% of that half for state roads, 30% for county, and 20% for city roads. The total revenue of this toned down proposal is far from the $11.6 billion Democrats wanted in the original bill they proposed during the legislative session. If passed as proposed, owners of vehicles that get 39 miles per gallon or less will pay $181 more than they currently would. With those with electric vehicles or vehicles that are getting more than 40 miles per gallon, an increase of $211.
Sorry, kiddos, summer is coming to an end and school is right around the corner. That means time for one last summertime getaway this Labor Day. AAA says it's already been seeing a record-breaking travel season, and it's not just road trips topping the list. Cruises and theme parks share the top spots along with trips to the coast and Central Oregon. To help make your Labor Day weekend a little less stressful, AAA recommends that you hit the road before noon to beat the traffic. Good news for travelers, the prices for flights, hotels, and car rentals are lower than this time last year.
But it's not all good news. Gas prices are up compared to this time last year. The average cost for a gallon of unleaded gas here in Eugene, $3.82. That's up 21 cents from last year. But it's been trending downward recently, falling more than 2 cents a gallon since July. Nationally, gas prices are up, averaging $3.12 a gallon. And also on for the holiday weekend, seatbelt enforcement. The Click It or Ticket campaign runs through Sunday. Law enforcement agencies will be out in force, taking a no excuses approach to seatbelt enforcement. In addition to tickets, police will be reminding people of the importance of buckling up. The Eugene Police Department's traffic safety unit saying even with all the advanced tech to keep people safe during a crash, seatbelts may play the most important role. In Eugene, the fine for a seatbelt violation is $150.
Oregon Governor Tina Kotek signing 4 bills passed by the legislature that aim to lower the cost of utilities for Oregonians. One of the bills requires utility companies to calculate how much energy data centers are using and to charge them accordingly. Another bill limits how often utilities can raise rates. Kotek also signed a bill that will allocate $20 million more to the state's emergency assistance program. Another stroke of the pen told the Oregon Public Utilities Commission to start rating utility companies to reward or penalize them based on how well they are doing. Moving to our back to school coverage, it's back to school season and the McKenzie School District is excited to bring on their newest bus driver. This comes as the district was facing a driver shortage. NBC 16's Gabrielle Bowman went out to the school district to see what they're doing to get people into the driver's seat.
At their second annual bus driver event in May, the McKenzie School District say out of the 8 people who attended, only 1 applied. But to the district, that is a win in their book. Their new bus driver, Tina Embry, has been a bus driver since 2018. She has been training all summer to prepare for the back-to-school season and is excited to start.
I love to drive. I actually love to drive. It's not just to like to drive. I love to drive. But I like knowing I can help with students or people or make things feel a little better at the end of the day. If it helps bring a little ease and stress-free to everybody else, I'm good.
The school district now has 4 bus drivers. She says even though it can be a challenge driving a bus and keeping children at bay, it is still a rewarding experience.
I tell people if you really love to drive, if you like a challenge, a bus driver is the way to go. And it puts it out there in a whole different way. It's rewarding, and it puts your mind to test all the time.
While the district is lucky to have their new bus driver, there are some looming factors that could put the brakes on things. If one driver were to retire or quit, the district will be right back at square one. The district says it's a struggle to find new bus drivers based on their location. Their bus routes are more rural and stretch from the McDonald's in Thurston all the way to Camp Yale. There are also no neighborhood bus routes for drivers in the school district. All of their stops are along Highway 126, which can cause some safety issues.
A lot of people don't like being stuck behind a bus. And here we have people that will drive around us even when we're stopped and our red lights are out to indicate that they need to stop right. So it is dangerous.
In Finrock, I'm Gabrielle Bowman reporting.
Now, if someone were to get sick or quit in the middle of the school year, there are backup plans until they get a new bus driver. Both the transportation coordinator and the superintendent of the district are certified to drive the buses, so there's no stress about getting children to and from school safely. The first day of school for the McKenzie School District is September 2nd.